everyone. I just woke up, I got my coffee, and I'm ready to start sewing for the day because we have a lot of sewing in store. I want to make a bunch of handmade Christmas gifts. Most of these are gonna be for my mom, so if you're watching and you don't want to be spoiled, then come back to this video after Christmas. But I got some brand new fabrics to try for scrunchies. I'm also going to attempt my first tote bag and a bunch of other things I'm gonna be making people for Christmas. So I got 3 brand new types of fabrics that I've never worked with before. We have a silk, a knit, and a really pretty like sparkly red velvet. So I'm going to try all of these as scrunchies. I'm also gonna share with you guys a little sneak peek of my upcoming Valentine collection. I am so excited for it. Really love to launch scrunchies with this collection too. Probably is gonna be my favorite collection so far. I can't wait to share it with you guys. I think probably not in next week's video, but the video after that is when I'm going to get everything sewn and do a whole like Valentine collection sewing video. Yeah, let's go ahead and get started on this silk scrunchie. So here is the first fabric we're going to be working with. It is this really pretty light pink silk. So let's go ahead and cut out our strip for scrunchies. I mean, it cuts really easily, so that's nice. All right, so we got 23. Okay, 23, 24, 25, 26. I have my strip cut out, so now I just need to take it to the sewing machine and attach the 2 ends here. And I'm doing this, I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's where you leave like the tube or like the little fold inside and then pull it while you're sewing. That is the method I'm going to be using for these scrunchies. I will try and find all the tutorials that I initially watched for these and have them linked down below. So if you want to follow it and make a similar scrunchie, you can definitely do that, because these do make really nice Christmas gifts, stocking stuffers, and they're really fun, and you can include a whole bunch of different colors for the loved one in your life. So yeah, I'm gonna go and take this to the sewing machine and sew right along this edge. Grab the 2 inner pieces and then kind of fold them down and tuck them in, and then fold this up. But yeah, now I'm just gonna kind of sew along this seam while kind of pulling out here as I go. Okay, now that I have inserted my elastic, I'll find that initial hole right here and then just go ahead and pull it out. So there's the scrunchie so far. I'm just gonna find the opening. So if I had my labels, I would actually go ahead and put it in at this step, so that way I could sew this closed with my logo on there. But since I don't have those yet, we're just gonna go ahead and sew it. That's pretty cute. So that actually turned out really pretty. I love that color of pink, and I'm very excited to get my little logo tags. I think that will make the opening also look neater, but I know my mom is going to love it because she just loves everything. So very pretty. Obviously with this, there's a lot more stretch to it, which I think will be really nice. I cannot believe 2025 is coming to an end. I feel like this year just flew by so fast. My shop has already almost been in business. It'll be 4 years in January, which is honestly just crazy. 4 years ago is when I opened up my Etsy shop, and then that year in May is when I started my Shopify and started posting more on like social media and stuff. So it's crazy that I'm already almost 4 years in, and it's honestly come a long way. I started with stickers, if you don't know, and then eventually started making bookmarks and then greeting cards. I've also tried a bunch of other stuff as well. I tried apparel for a while, and that just didn't really go that well. and that's kind of the thing with opening up a small business, is sometimes you have to pivot to different things if some stuff's just not working as well. So I've tried a bunch of different things. And then if you've been following my sewing journey, you know I started sewing in April, launched my first collection, and then I did the fall collection, the Christmas collection, and now preparing for my fourth collection. So I've really changed my shop a lot. Like I said, started with stickers and now I'm sewing, but I plan on doing a whole 2025 small business recap and kind of just talking about the things that went well, the things I need to work on, and just preparing for 2026. But yeah, let's go ahead and finish up this scrunchie and see how the knit looks. I really love how these scrunchies turned out. I think they're so cute and I can't wait to launch these with my Valentine's collection as well. So now let's try and sew one up with the red velvet. I'm really hoping this is going to turn out pretty, and it does have a really pretty sparkle to it. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but we're going to go ahead and cut the fabric for this. I'm a little bit nervous to work with velvet, so hopefully it goes well. Made an extra red one because I'm going to gift these as a whole set, so they'll get the white, pink, and the red. But I love these. I think they turned out adorable, so that is also a little sneak peek of Valentine's collection because I am going to launch all 3 of these. So now I'm going to show you another little sneak peek of the Valentine's collection because I'm going to make my mom a book sleeve. So she's going to get the very first book sleeve that is going to be included in the collection. So let me show you a few of the fabrics that I picked out. So I went a little bit crazy because there's just so many cute fabrics for Valentine's. I'm thinking I'm gonna use this one. Favorite color is red, and it's just very cute, and of course it's actually very much geared towards Valentine's with the little chocolate boxes and the flower bouquet. So I think that she'll really like this one, and it'll also go nicely with the scrunchie set. And I'll probably just gift all of this together so she'll have a nice little present of handmade sewn items. So yeah, we're gonna do the book sleeve out of this fabric, and then for the inner fabric, I'm thinking these little red hearts is gonna be adorable with this. So we'll do my usual book sleeve with the pocket like I launched for my Christmas collection. And yeah, it's gonna be really cute. So let's go ahead and cut out the fabric for the book sleeves. I think I'm gonna make her a small one. I think she prefers reading paperback when it's a physical book. So yeah, let's go ahead and make this and see how it looks. I may even actually buy her a book to put in this book sleeve, include some bookmarks, and just make it a whole nice book set. Somebody keeps stealing my chair. All right, I'm obsessed. I love this so much, and with the little heart in her fabric and of course in the pocket as well. I think my mom is going to love this, and it looks so cute. The pink, red, and white scrunchie, and it also goes really well with my outfit today since I'm wearing a red pajama set with little white hearts. So very cute. Cannot wait to give this to her. I think she's going to love it, and also launch these for my Valentine's collection. So now on to the big sewing project, a quilted tote bag. I've never made one, so I definitely need to look up a tutorial real quick and see kind of where to start and get an idea of how to make this. But first I need to pick out some fabric. So what do I want to use for her tote bag? And I did have a couple comments asking kind of how I organize my fabric. So I decided to buy these organizer inserts that go into this cube shelf I got from Target. So that's where I have like my stacked fabrics. And then I have some book sleeves here. And then what I did is take like a chipboard and just wrap the fabric around and kind of made like a mini bolts. So I'm thinking for her totes, I have a lot of this cherry fabric. So to kind of stick with like the red and white theme, then I can also use this inner lining. And I think that could be really cute for a tote bag. And what's also really nice about all of these handmade items is they are great gifts for all ages. So if you have a kid or your sister or your mom or your grandma, I mean, whatever it may be, a book sleeve, a scrunchie, a tote bag, really anyone can use. So it's really nice. And what's better than something handmade? I just feel like it's more thoughtful, and you really put in the time and effort into thinking of someone and actually making it yourself. So really fun, and you can customize it to fit that person's style or their favorite color. So I love making handmade things, and my mom also just loves gifting and receiving handmade. She always makes me something handmade every year for Christmas. And since I've gotten into sewing this year, I just feel like these will make perfect gifts, and I'm really hoping she's going to love everything. And also scrunchies make perfect stocking stuffers. They're nice and small and compact, so you could put a bunch in a stocking and have all different types of colors and patterns. So I think what's going to be really nice is make the tote bag, put the book sleeve with a paperback book in it, make her some bookmarks, have the scrunchies, and kind of just have it be a whole themed handmade sewing gift. So I also want to make her a little boxy makeup bag. She's really into crocheting, so she'll be able to put like her yarn and crochet tools in the little boxy bag, then put that in the tote, and then be able to take it to work or wherever on the go. So hopefully this video gives you some ideas if you are into sewing. If you aren't on your sewing journey yet, I highly recommend the sewing machine that I use. It has been great as a beginner. I love it. It works really well, and I will have it linked down below if you want to check it out and add that to your Christmas list. Okay, for the tote bag tutorial, I'm going to be following Nina's DIY quilted tote bag, beginner friendly. So I already have my 2 outer pieces cut out, 2 inner pieces, and my straps. So I need to go ahead and cut out the batting as well. And each measurement is 13.7 by 17.7. So let me go ahead and grab my batting. I also still need to cut out the little corners on the bottom. So I'll be using my little square ruler here. So yeah, let me go ahead and get the batting, cut that out, then we'll cut out all of the little squares. And then I think I'm going to quilt first, and then I'll cut out the little squares at the bottom. That way I don't have to kind of go back and forth with that. So yeah, let me go ahead and grab the iron, because these definitely need to be ironed out. Got the 2 outer pieces all quilted. It's looking really cute. That did take quite a while because I did the space pretty close together, and I decided to do the like diamond pattern, which I think looks really nice. I initially wasn't going to do a front pocket, but I think I will. So that way she can put her phone in it or whatever she wants. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And then we'll also be ready to cut the bottom square and then sew these two pieces together. Okay, I have my front pocket all quilted. I also added my little logo right here. So I'm gonna take the front side of my inner fabric, place the right sides together, then sew all the way around, leaving a small opening that I can then turn this right side out, and that will give us a nice seam all around the pocket. The little pieces at the bottom of each outer piece. Nina cuts a 1.5 by 1.5 little square, and I'll admit my pocket doesn't look the greatest, and I'm just gonna take some chalk here. I'm ready to sew the two outer pieces together, so I'm just going to line them up here. And then I will just sew down both sides here, and then the bottom, leaving these two square pieces open. It's time to prepare the strap. So I need to cut out batting pieces to be this length. That way it adds a nice little cushion to the straps. I also need to cut out a little ribbon piece to sew in the middle. That way she can tie it closed and make sure nothing falls out if she's swinging her bag around. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the batting so it is basically perfectly aligned with the strap, and just make it a lot easier whenever I'm sewing the strap folded. Okay, I'll be honest, the straps were a giant pain in the butt to turn right side out because they're so thick with that batting. My fingers are a little bit cramped now. So I'm ready to top stitch the straps and make them look a little bit neater. Okay, unfortunately my camera died, but all I did was just finish sewing in the lining, close up the hole. Now I just need to top stitch around the top and my first tote bag will be done. I think this turned out really cute. Of course, it's not the greatest, but for my first tote bag, I think it turned out pretty good. The pocket needs some work, but I just love the red and the little cherry fabric, and doing the red straps to match the little cherries and the ribbon closure, I think just looks adorable. I definitely need to make myself one because I really love it, but I hope my mom is also going to love this, and it's big enough that she can carry some books and her iPad, whatever she wants. Then she'll have her little scrunchies and her book sleeve. And I do want to make her a little makeup bag as well. I will say the hardest part of the tote bag was actually turning the straps right side out. I think because of the batting, they were just really thick and my fingers started cramping so bad. So I need to get one of those, I think it's kind of bodkin. I need to get a longer one that can help me turn straps like this right side out. But I am so happy with how this turned out. I think it looks adorable, and she'll be able to put, like, if she wants to do a little wallet or her phone in the front pocket, then I put my little logo there as well. I love it. I need to make myself one. It actually sits all by itself, which I'm actually shocked. I thought it was going to be super floppy, but yay! I'm so happy how that turned out. I think it looks so cute. But I hope you enjoyed watching me sew some handmade Christmas gifts, and I'll see you in my next video very soon. Bye!